Hey guys, welcome back to another show of Big Money Catfishing with your host, BankPole Joe. This is the episode of BankPoles 101, episode 2, where we're going to teach you locations for setting bank poles. Right now, the river is still a little bit high, it's been flooded, so we're going to take you down South River Road, and we're going to show you where I normally set some bank poles and maybe even look for some spots to set a few tonight, and hopefully maybe tomorrow we got a fish. So keep watching. Alright guys, we're at the first location. First location is going to be down by Hartsburg Access. We're going to come check this out. The water is up. Then they got steep banks over here, so I'm looking for good places to set a bank pole. As you can see guys, got a nice sized barge rolling through. Maybe we'll get a barge bite. As you can see, everything along this bank, we had a lot of log jams wash up along the edge of the banks. So I'm trying to take advantage of that and set some goldfish and some bluegill down a bit from some log jams. I do have 2 poles set already, so we'll show you that. That looked like a nice sized fish. Just jumped over there. It might have been an Asian carp probably. We'll walk down here and show you where I set the first 2 at. Looks like we're going to try to set at least 12 to 14 bank poles today. Hopefully we have a really good night tonight. Trying to catch the water while it's still just up high enough that I can get to it from some of these easier banks. I got my first one just in front of this log jam. As you can see, the current runs down to the left. So I put it on the upstream side, so maybe I can catch a whitehead or a blue, come over here to feed up in this log jam somewhere. As you can see, that's what it looks like. And then you got up under this tree, and then if you go down a little further, that's where I got my other bank pole. But on this, we got a nice size goldfish. We set him deep because if we put him high on the top water, he just stays floating on the top because the current is so strong. So we have to set him deep. So he's down there pretty deep, and hopefully we get some action. Down here is where we got the second bank pole. As you can see, we got a live fish, and the dead fish has been kind of old sitting there. So I baited it up a little bit higher. Maybe we'll catch the scent in the current and track the blue on this one. See how lucky we get tonight. So you guys keep watching. We're going to move on to the next spots. Alright guys, we're at location 2. As you can see, got another bank pole set. Down, this drops down to like some kind of a rocky bank down there. You can tell the rocks start right there. Got all some trees, got some trees dangling in the water. So hopefully maybe this might be a good spot. This tree looks like it could possibly have a few roots sticking out. Might be a good spot for a blue cat to come through and snack. This is just down from the first spot at Hartsburg Access where I did, and we're going to move on around this South River Road and see where else we can get to. We got 4 poles out so far, guys. 4 poles out. Alright guys, here's the third location. As you can see, right next to the Missouri River. Nice current. Current seems right out there. But right here is a sewer hole. Well, a pipe, I guess. Whatever, and it comes from back there. That's where all the drainage water comes from, and I'm assuming that's where all the good bugs and stuff come out of. So you can see there's a bit of a current here. I caught a blue last year fishing down here on another spot next to this. So I decided to set my bank pole directly over this hole and maybe catch some catfish coming in and out of here feeding. As you can see, there's a little mini little log jam there, and it is a little deep hole right here. And it drops off, and of course, normally when this water's rushing out, it ate a scour hole out here. So hopefully, we got this fish here. Hopefully, something sees it and something comes to snack on it. I don't really like this spot because everybody can see it, but I do got my names on my poles and stuff, so. This is a nice day. Hopefully we do get some action tonight. Barometer is falling, but it's decently warm outside. The water was going down. We're supposed to get some rain for the next couple of days. It might raise back up. But I figured I'd try to go ahead and bank pole while the water's still just high enough to possibly get some good bites. So we'll keep moving and we'll go on to the next spot, see if we can find another one. As you can see, guys, we made it all the way mostly down South River Road. A lot of this is rock bank, so I won't be able to bank pole down here. But I did get to set 8. It is about 20 minutes to 8 o'clock, and then the sun's about to set. We're going to let these baits soak all night, and then we're going to come back early in the morning, say about 7 o'clock, and we're going to give it a good whirl at it and see if we even get no bites. Now, I haven't bank poled down at Hartsburg Access before. That's going to be a new bank poling area for me. I usually do out here by Cooper's Landing quite a bit, but there's too many people traveling down here, so we won't be doing it. But this is just to take a look. A nice little river shot. So you guys keep watching. We're headed home. Go home, get everything ready for the check in the morning, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. I'll show you some of these spots that I set bank poles at, and a few pics through the after this particular segment. That way you can see what the water looks like before the floods, and you can see why I set bank poles there. A lot of spot where I got the bank poles is like right behind some wing dikes or next to wing dikes. So hopefully, we got some action. So you guys keep watching. Follow me on Big Muddy Catfishing. In your right hand corner is your subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment and let me know what you think. But until then, keep watching. Alright guys, it's Tuesday, May 7th. We're back. We're at the Hartsburg access. We're going to show you a little bit about location on the flooded waters and why I chose to pick this place to set poles. Haven't checked none of my poles yet. It is about 8 a.m. Had some rain last night. Not enough to really bring the river up, but it did rain a little bit. But let's check it out. Now, as you can see, guys, down here at the Hartsburg access, what we are on the outside bend of the Missouri River out here. And that's why I picked this spot. This is a ramp. I wanted to set some down there. There's a nice little log jam that built up down there. As you can see, there's a nice little current seam that runs across here, and all this is more or less still water with a current seam right off the edge. And I got a feeling that some catfish run along here and feed in the middle of the night. And this makes this a good spot to come to. So like if you're willing, you could cut through here in the woods and step out here and set some bank poles up and through there, and you probably actually get something decent. If you have a boat, then you could go up underneath those trees and set the bank poles down along there and down along this bank. This is like a rock. This is like riprap bank. As you can see, there's a lot of trash still floating down the river. But this is one of the reasons I picked this spot. Now, across the river over there might be pretty good just simply because there's a lot of drop-off bank over there, and it looks to me as if the current is a little bit slower over there. So you also might have some luck on the other side of the river. In this case, I can't get over there to bank pole that, so we do this side. So now what we're going to do is I have my bank poles set along here, and we're going to walk along here and see if we got any bouncing poles. Hopefully we do, because we haven't had any luck for the last couple weeks. I've been out a couple of times. This will be my 4th time trying to set bank poles, and every time I've come out, I've gotten no fish. Usually my fish are still on. Here's my first bank pole. Doesn't look like much action on it. String's moving just a tad bit, but not too much. I got a feeling that's just the current. I don't know, guys. There's a slow bounce to it. But I would think that if something was on it, it would have pulled the string out, because the orange part of the string does come out further. So I just got a feeling that's just the current pulling on that. We'll walk down here. Have 2 more sit down here. Have one right here, and of course, you see what happened there is the trash built up on it. I don't really think anything's on that. It looks like it's pulled down a bit, but I just got a feeling that's just because all the logs and stuff built up on it. Now, unless I get lucky and there's a fish sitting on there underneath that, but I'm gonna have to get down there and check that. So, but as you can see, you're looking at it, there's really no bob to that pole. I want to say it's pretty close to set where I set it at yesterday. and this would be the third spot. That's that one at. Now this one does have a little, we got a little bob on this one, guys. A nice little bob. Now, it ain't going too hard, but it's a bob to it. So, guys, we may have our first fish of the year. You see that? So, as you can see, guys, these are the bank poles I made on how to make a bank pole best on YouTube. And you're going to see what size fish these catch. Now, this is particular bank pole. I put a dead bluegill on there. And so, we'll see. As you can see, there's definitely some swimming action on that. There you go. There you go. Looks like we got something on there, guys. Definitely got something on there. Oh, guys, I'm so excited. If you are watching now, this is Big Muddy Catfishing with your host, Bank Pole Joe. This is what we do. We go out and we set bank poles, and we go out and catch these catfish. I'm in search of blue catfish, flathead catfish, and channel catfish. We don't care what we catch on these poles. We're just out to catch some fish. So my goal is to look for that record breaker on the bank pole. And as you can see, we got our first fish of the year. I'm so excited, guys. And we still got 5 more poles to check. So let me get down here and check these poles. And then, oh, there you go. There's that action. Yes, yes, yes. You guys can see that. You definitely can see that. So let me go get my trusty little stick with the hook on it, and we're going to see if we can't get y'all some footage of this. So just hold on 1 second, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're down here. And just what I thought on this pole, I put, like I said, I put the dead bluegill and the live bluegill on there. And I figured that would attract the blue. And look at what we got, guys. We got a little blue. He's probably about eater size. Ain't nothing too big. I'd say 5 pounds or so. Guess we'll see. We're gonna pull him up out of the water. Gonna get us a weight. So, like I said, guys, first catfish of the year will be blue over here at Hartsburg Access. Now, what I do typically when I catch a fish is I like to keep a mental note of where I actually caught these fish at, because usually if you catch them here once, you'll catch them here multiple times, especially when the water's up. This looks like a great area for fish. But as y'all can see, guys, first blue of the year. Like I said, if you haven't already, like and comment and hit that subscribe button, guys. We're at about 508 subscribers right now. Our next goal is 1K, so help me get there, guys. Old Bank Pole Joe. That's what we do out here. We make bank poles. We go out here and we catch these catfish. Now this year we're going to do a lot more CPR than we did before. So we did keep a lot the last couple years, so we will keep this one just because it's the first one of the year. But keep in mind, guys, we will start CPR in these and putting these back. We want them to grow and let somebody else get a chance to catch them a nice little fish. So we got 5 more poles to catch. I did already pull the other 2 poles. I was correct. They didn't have nothing on them. So we put those in the car already. I'm going to reach down in the river. We're going to pull him out. We're going to unhook him, and we're going to get to moving on with the rest of the trip. So you guys keep watching. Big Muddy Catfishing. All right, guys. You can see little fish laying down on the ground. He's a nice size. I'll say he's probably about, my best guess, he's probably about a 5-6 pounder. 7 if we're lucky, but I doubt that big. He's not bad. So we're on to the next spot, guys. Okay, guys, we're at location number 2. The second place where I set bank pole number 4 out of 8 that we've set. And as you can see, you gotta cut through here. And why I set it here is because it was by a tree. and it was running along this tree line of hanging branches and stuff like that. So I was hoping maybe a blue would hit this. But as you can see, there's really no bounce to it, and I can almost bet there's nothing on it. That pole that we did have a fish on is a lot more action than this, so no luck at this spot, I'm assuming. But as you can see, that current seam is right out there, guys, so it's not far. And what this normally is a riprap bank that you could probably stand on and fish way down there. But as you know, the water's up, so you can't get down that far. But I picked this spot because of all the trees and branches and stuff, and I felt like it was an ideal spot that maybe a blue would come through here in search of some bait fish or something to eat. But no luck here. But doesn't mean we won't try again. So we're gonna pull this pole and move on to the next spot, guys. Okay, guys, we're here at location number 3, and this is right along the Missouri River still. The reason why I picked this spot is because there was a drainage pipe here, and I feel like that all the bugs and crap comes out of here, and I felt like this would have been a good spot for a nice little goldfish to sit in case a blue came through here to feed. But as you can see, it's dead in the water, no action. Actually, yeah, he was tangled up anyway, so yeah. So no luck here. So yeah, that was a bad idea. So moving on to the next spot, guys. But yeah, the reason why I chose this spot is because that drainage pipe comes from the fields behind here, and I feel like all the bugs and stuff come shooting out of here, and that's why this is a good place for them to feed. There's a scour hole right below here, down in here. I have caught a blue on rod and reel fishing down here before, and so that's why I chose to come down here. So basically, guys, so far 1 out of 5. We did get a fish so far, but we're going to go down and check the last 3. I got 2 sitting off on another ramp, or by another ramp, and then 1 way down by a party cove, way down on the spot that I normally set bank poles at behind a wing dike. So we got those 3 to check, and then we'll be done for today. But at least we got 1. So we're always happy to fish, but we're even happier when we do catch 1. So keep up with me, guys. Okay, guys, we're here at our 4th spot. Looking at one bank pole from over here, and I don't really see it bobbing, and it's right off of it, right on the river. So looks like no luck over here either. There's a little blowout hole over here, and I set a bank pole down in it last night, and just in hopes that maybe something would come in here to feed or to rest, either or. And maybe I got lucky, but I'm over here now, and I don't really feel like I'm that lucky. So, because I set these poles top water, I've been doing no luck there. The water did drop quite a bit. So you can see what I was going for, was trying to fish in this little hole. And with the water dropping, this fish would have been splashing last night too. So obviously nothing hit it. So this spot wasn't a good idea either. I don't know what was bad about here, but as you guys can see, that current is running along that way, and I was just figuring something would come in here to feed, and that's why I picked this little hole. So if you guys know why these are bad spots over here, let me know. So we're going to pull this pole and then go check the other pole, and then move on to pull the one more pole left to pull, and then we'll be done for today. So hold on just 1 second. All right, guys, we're at the 5th and final location, my last bank pole, number 8. So far we are 1 for 7, but you know, it's always good when you don't get skunked, so you don't mind coming out here and checking the rest of them. From the looks of it, no bounce over here, so probably not much action going on. This particular pole, I had a nice size goldfish on there. As you can see, he's at the top of the water. He's been making a lot of movement, but nothing obviously is hungry enough to come and get him. So I guess for the second time, we'll be taking this big old goldfish home, putting him back in the tank and saving him for another time. Hopefully it survives long enough. Well, guys, like I said, thank you for watching Big Money Catfishing with your host, BankPole Joe. What we do out here is we go and bank pole for big old blues and monster flatheads and channel cat. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Subscribe's in your bottom right hand corner. Hit that notification bell. I do have some big announcements coming up soon. We're going to do a giveaway. So if you guys want to be part of that giveaway, hit that bell and so you can keep all the notifications on and so you know exactly what's going on. As you can see, that's a nice sized goldfish. If he was doing this all night and didn't get any attention, there's probably definitely not nothing over here. So thanks for watching Big Money Catfishing. Y'all have a good day.